Oral expression is the primary way that we communicate, much more than writing, much more than we talk to each other.
Yeah.
And so for teachers, incorporating that in a different way into their teaching is a great thing. That's what storytelling is about. Oral expression comes naturally. Now, how can we use it in ways that might not be the norm, i.e. storytelling? In addition, it's how kids learn, but they also need practice in listening. How do we pay attention when the lights aren't flashing and the video isn't rolling and so on? So the opportunity to just sit and listen in a way that will be engaging, I think, is a really powerful experience for kids. There are also natural connections to literacy. When we hear people talk, we begin to understand the rhythms of language, the sound of language, the way grammar is constructed, all those kinds of things. And last of all, there are we need as a culture to be grounded in both storytelling in the abstract, but also in specific stories. We need to know folk tales, not just from the Western tradition. We need to hear African folk tales. We need stories from Native American tradition and so on. So too often it's been sort of Eurocentric in what we have heard of stories. But nevertheless, we need those give shape to our lives, but they also help us understand how culture works, so. Well, there's an old saying in the storytelling world, which is that the shortest distance between two people is a story. And so I tell you a story about something and you tell me a story back, and that's how connection is made, I think it also works in a classroom because kids are so used to seeing teachers as authority figures, and that shifts when you're telling a story. There's something about, I'm sharing something that is about connecting rather than telling you what we're doing, and I think you can't tell a story without revealing something of your own humanity. You hear somebody tell a story and you have a sense of who they are, even if they're sort of, stylized and stuff like that. You have a sense of, oh yeah, this person is like okay, I see a little bit into who they are, whether it's their strengths or their wounding or whatever. So that helps kids to just see their teacher as not just whatever the other roles that they have, but also as someone. And the last thing I think is that it, teachers, I mean, they say that teaching is 3/4 theater and 1/4 preparation. So a teacher has to be a performer in a certain way. But storytelling is a particular kind of performer that's pretty low key. You're not like doing ballet or something. It's like, I'm gonna tell you a story, but it is an art form.
Yeah.
So teachers take on this different role